Hello everyone, Pontificator here, Huron Township. I wanted to give you another video, not intending to beat anybody up, but I want you guys to understand how we got to this point. There are laws. There's a law that governs the weight of trucks, okay? And it has a fee schedule attached to it. More than 2,000 pounds over is, I think it's 9 cents a mile, and then it goes up to 20,000 pounds over being, I want to say 20 cents a mile, might be 15 cents a mile. But in any case, imagine you're driving a truck and you're normally legal to 80,000 pounds. That, with the frost law, has now been reduced by 25%. So now, 80,000 pounds, 25%, you're 20,000 pounds over. You could literally get a ticket for whatever 20,000 times 20 cents is. It's 20 cents per pound. That's a lot of money. I've seen the citations. They are a lot of money. Now, imagine being a truck driver, driving from California to Pennsylvania in the winter, but you're from Texas. You don't even know what a frost law is. You've only been driving for 2 or 3 years. It's impossible with all the rules and regulations in every single state and every single city that we live in for a truck driver to be aware of all of them, even in our information age that we live in today. It's just impossible. So, you have laws that require that signs be posted. Speed limit signs have to be posted every certain distance, okay? Those are regulatory signs. White signs are regulatory signs. When they're white and black, it's regulatory. That means they're required if you want to enforce that regulation. The weight limit restriction signs, most of them are white and black. Now, there's a little itty-bitty law, and I think it's 257.726. I'd like you to go read that. It says that municipalities, communities, etc., can limit the weight of any vehicle on the roadways within their jurisdiction, but that they must do it with signage compliant with Section 608. 608 refers to the Manual for Uniform Traffic Control Devices. Okay, that's fine. In 2008, after so many drivers were getting so many tickets that were huge and complaining about it, our state, I don't know how they came by this, but it just didn't solve the problem. They said, okay, so in addition to the rules that are out there, we are going to require that everyone post on a county website, or if you want, you can post on your own website. Well, that was just dumb, because now you've got cities like Dearborn that post on their own city website instead of at least the single county website that exists for the whole state. So now you've got another, we went from a mess to a mess. Well, when they did that year, they put up the frost law signs. This is done by the county each year. Ron Arnett, I've spoken about him before. He's a Wayne County Weighmaster. He's still working, okay? He decided to take his happy tail into the, I forget, the people that decide the signs. It'll come to me in a minute. But they alone have the authority to decide which signs go up and down. And this is all based on the Manual for Uniform Traffic Control Devices. I advise you to type in Michigan Manual Uniform for Traffic Control Devices or Manual for Uniform Traffic Control Devices. The federal government puts this out, and each state adopts its own version, but they have to adhere and remain true to the federal standard. This is required for federal highway dollars. It's one of the requirements. If you don't accept it, you absolutely will not get the money. So, you have to adhere to these laws and rules and regulations. So, Ron Arnett, traffic engineers. Ron Arnett goes into the traffic engineer's office and says, the law changed, we don't have to put up signs anymore. Well, not only was he wrong, I found out after having a conversation with him that he didn't even read the change in the law. He didn't have the authority to tell the traffic engineers what to do. That's their job. He's a weighmaster. He has no authority over traffic engineers whatsoever. And this was a conversation I had with him in 2008. I asked him what the law said. He admitted he had not read it. But he did go in there and tell them to change their procedure. And as an excuse, he said, dude, it costs us a lot of money to put these signs up every year. I go, that's not an excuse. If you want to enforce the law against truck drivers, you have to first follow the laws and put up the signs and give them an opportunity, as it's written, to avoid the violation area. So, that's how this mess started, at least for me. Then we have police departments out there like yours, Huron, that decided when the frost laws hit, it's a great opportunity for us to get a lot of money. And I'm going to tell you right now, $1.2 or $1.3 million in citations in 1 month is excessive for a community of your size. What I don't understand from most of the people that defend the cops on this, if this were happening to you, you wouldn't be so understanding and you wouldn't be accepting of it. You'd be angry as hell. I am all for people following the law and police officers following the law and conducting their jobs legally. But when your police chief sixth the entire police department on the trucking industry, my industry, in the name of money, and then you do it in such a way that it's not legal, got a problem. So here I am. And I plan on writing some of this. I'm working on something that I want to submit to the state legislature, because the fee and fine schedule exists in 724 or 728, 724. 728 has the frost law. Two separate laws. I don't think the legislature's ever intended for anyone to receive a 10,000 citation for a single incident of being overweight. It's excessive. So I think that police departments are misusing the fee schedule that was set up for normal time. I'm going to ask the legislatures to come up with a separate fine weight schedule exclusively for the frost laws. It won't be $10,000 fines. I can't imagine there's a $10,000 fine in the normal statutes and legislation. I haven't found any, because they're excessive. So when your police department decides to jump on, I mean, they put everyone to work, even the ones that weren't qualified for this. That actually is, in fact, illegal. Especially, and I'll mention his name, Fred Yono. He held none of the training and certificates for this. He's a part-time officer, but he was out there enforcing this stuff. I've got the dash cam video. He didn't write a single citation, but he was a body in a squad car pulling trucks over, going, "Hey, you loaded or heavy? You know the frost laws are in effect. Oh, you're empty? Okay, go on. Oh, you're loaded? Well, we gotta weigh you. Follow me." And then he hands this off to another officer that actually did take the training. You understand what I'm talking about now? Your police department is extremely foul, and it needs to be disbanded and reassembled. This has been done before. Every single one of your officers participating in this knows that what they're doing is not legal. In one of the videos, the arrogance, I just wish it had been me. He pulls the guy over. It's dark, early morning. He goes, "Hey man, what'd you stop me for?" I'm not doing this with you, okay? You're gonna give me your information. Who the do you think you are, man? You're a public servant. People have the right to know why they're pulled over. This isn't a contentious situation where he might be running after robbing a bank or something. You pulled him over while he was driving his truck. He just said, hey man, what did you stop me for? And you jumped straight to an attitude. We're not playing this game. I would have played that game with you because I love the way those kind of games end when they start like that. I appreciate you guys for watching this video if you watched it all the way to the end. I plan on making a couple of more with a little bit more information, but I'm trying not to overwhelm you with too much at one time. You guys have a great day. Pontificator, I'm out.